Ah, the good old MPC 57 Chevy flip nose kit. Man, this is a cool kit. Brought back a lot of neat memories building this thing. I built this back in the day. Kind of on the kick on building old kits that I built way back when. Kind of fun reliving childhood memories. Had a lot of fun with this kit. But anyway, let's get this thing opened up. I'll show you what's inside and show you why you should get this kit, especially if you're a Tri-Fi fan. I think you'll like the build. Let's get the camera turned around. I'll show you what I did. Okay, let's go through the instructions of the MPC 57 Chevy flip nose. Of course, step 1 is the engine. There's step 2, 3. Pretty simple instructions. Looks like it's going to be a pretty easy build. And of course, if you want to see anything longer, just hit the pause button. This will just give you an idea of what you're up against if you buy it or how it goes together. Well, anyway, let's get to building this thing. First thing we're going to address is the kit chrome. The mold lines right there on the chrome, to me they just have to be sanded off. I kind of hate to get rid of that kit chrome because it's pretty nice, but I sand those lines off and then re-chrome the bumpers. There's a little shot of some action on the bench, and it's tire and wheel time at the moment. Get a little sanding stick, takes care of some slicks, get them roughed up a little bit, and we've got some tires ready to be mounted on some wheels. I like to get my halves all glued up, get them going, let them sit for a good night or two so they can be sanded. There they are, clamped up, and it's time to decal. We painted this thing with Testors Extreme Lacquer Revell Red, and I decided to go with the Spirit of 76 decals. Thought they were pretty cool. Decided to cut it where they suggest cutting it. There it is with the decals on. I thought it looked pretty good. And I'm also trying to decide if I want to go with the blue glass that comes with the kit or the white glass. I couldn't decide, so I think I might go with not the white. See that black line? I am going to cut the front windshield off, and there we go. We're getting her cut off. Hold on, we'll find out what we use here in a second. Oh, now I'm cutting the blue off. Cut the blue front windshield off. I decided to go with both. Blue all the way around except for the front. We got the clear in the front windshield. I'm just getting everything glued in, and I like to tape my glass in, then glue it. And there's what we got. Clear in the front, blue all the way around. I thought that was pretty cool. I love the glass on a gasser like that. Here it is outside in the sun, glistening away after some nice clear coat over the decals. I like to clear coat the body before I bare metal foil anything. Speaking of bare metal foil, there we're starting to bare metal foil this thing. Boy, 57 Chevy just calls out for bare metal foil on the trim. Nothing looks better than bare metal foil. After all, it is real metal. And getting some bare metal foil on. I enjoy bare metal foil on a model. Actually, my most favorite thing on a model is decals. The foil went on really nice on this car. And of course the front lenses, since they are chrome, I decided to go with red. There we go. So the chrome headlights didn't bother me. I just decided to go with red. I love the clear. I love the red or a colored glass on a gasser like that. Headers needed some attention. Getting them all glued up here, put together. And I decided to cut some tabs off and do a little modifications on the headers. There's what I mean. There's what I did on the left. There's what it looks like originally on the right. Took some tubing there and did some cutting. In order to cut the tubing, all you got to do is roll it underneath your X-Acto blade. Just roll back and forth. Keep rolling back and forth. You don't even have to press hard. Just kind of roll back and forth, and after about rolling for maybe 10 seconds, snap, it's done. And there's my what are going to be nice headers all done with some aluminum at the very end. Got them painted white, and I got my Tamiya weathering kit out. It looks like a little makeup case, and we put some smoke on the ends to give it that look of exhaust coming on out of the headers. Doing a little mocking up, making sure everything's set up nice, and it's time to glue in the interior tub. Got the firewall silver, or an aluminum color. I just kind of didn't like that, so I ended up painting around it also in aluminum color to add to the firewall. I like that a little bit better. The front bumper, I'm trying to decide if I'm using that or not, along with the grill. On a 57, I kind of like to go without, so I decided to dissect all of that off, and that is one heck of a big bumper on that 57. I wanted that piece of trim up there on the top left, you see, which goes right underneath the hood, and you'll see that here in a minute. And we're getting some more mocking up going on. Got obviously a rolling chassis. Everything's mounted on. We're pretty much ready to get this thing together. Decided to go with a moon tank in the front. That's the main reason I cut off the front grille. And I'm scratch building a little unit to hold the moon tank. There's a piece I cut from my trusty miter box, and all my scrap plastic, dug into that, found some sheet plastic, getting that cut to shape, all to fit on for that moon tank to sit on, and a little gusset on the underneath to hold it, and there it is mounted on the front. And the underneath looks like that. That little gusset just adds a little nice piece, or a nice little touch to it. And we've got a completed 57 flip nose MPC Chevy, Spirit of 57. And this thing was a very fun build. Again, just kind of built it like I was a kid. Something super easy, something basic, something cool that's going to look great on the display shelf. Something you can be proud of. Really enjoyed this build. I can't recommend this build enough. Everything went together very well. No issues at all. Everything fit together just fine. If you use the kit decals where they suggest to cut it, it works out great. Just a fun kit. I did very, very little modification to this thing. Basically just the headers. And that's it, and the moon tank. Fun build. Trim went on great in the back. Interior tub's just fine. There's a shot from up above. I always like that shot, kind of like you're flying over. Of course, there's the kit I used, the MPC 57 Chevy. What a fun build, guys. Highly recommend this, and I even recommend this for a beginner. I hope you enjoyed my 57 Chevy. We'll see you on the next episode on Throttle Power.